Hi, and welcome inside the booth at John McConnell Stadium. It's Jeff Matthews and Levi Gilbert, and over there it's Stats. Scott Taylor, big smile. He's going to handle all the numbers tonight. Probably put a lot more in the column of Michael George.
Hope so.
Maybe some in the column of Andrew Rhea, Nick Richmond. All three guys having great years so far. It's been a great year. 5-2 for the Wampus Cats, 3-1 in conference play. Tonight, homecoming hosting Little Rock Central. Coming up next, we'll have the Coach Clint Ashcraft show. Then when we come back, we'll have the introduction of the homecoming court. That's coming up on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Your life is about to change forever, and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise. Conway Regional.
Hi, and welcome to the Coach Clint Ashcraft Show. It's Jeff Matthews with Coach Ashcraft. We're at the Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center before tonight's homecoming game against Little Rock Central. Before we get to the Tigers, let's talk about the Grizzlies. Last week's game against Fort Smith Northside, your team played another good game, won by enough. You need to get wins by 13 points. That was important near the end of the game. I thought you guys played well.
Yeah, I think early it was kind of a we better hunker down here, and we had to punt away early, and then they had the big drive going until Will got that interception. But after that, I feel like we really gained the momentum and started playing a lot better.
Passing game really opened up a lot.
Yeah, Andrew had some things that his receivers did a great job getting open. He had some things in the secondary coverage-wise he was able to take advantage of, and it's nice to see that click.
Chris Anderson with the touchdown pass, another big catch too, but I thought especially on the touchdown pass, you just saw what he's capable of. He's a great athlete.
Yeah, he does a lot on the bootleg stuff, and then we've had those things in with him all year, and it was just the right situation. He's done a great job blocking too, and I think that's what makes him so valuable is what he does run-wise, and then he can catch the ball when you throw it to him.
It's a Little Rock Central team coached by Scooter Register, been around for a very long time, coming in off a victory over Cabot. It's a team that's hitting its stride, kind of.
Yeah, when you turn the film on, they played really good. They've got some playmakers. They've got some real good athletes. Offensive line's a big group. Defensive line's not very big, but they're very active. So, they're going to give us some bad plays here and there, and they're going to throw and catch the ball well and run the ball. We've got to play good.
And you can't take any Friday nights off.
No, we're not good enough to do that, and our kids know that. They've got to stay focused, go out and play hard.
All right, we'll kick it off in a minute. Homecoming coming up just a moment on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center, over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
We welcome you back to John McConnell Stadium, Centennial Bank Field, where the homecoming court is about to be introduced, the 2017 Conway High School homecoming court. Now, I had a chance earlier today to come to the pep rally, the assembly that I think it's a pep rally. What a great time that was. That's something that, if anybody ever gets a chance to go to that, you should go. A lot of fun, a lot of just energy on top of energy on top of energy of these kids and the things that they did, and their moms were a part of the senior moms. And so, I think we've got some of that footage that we're going to show you at halftime of what was a really, really fun event this morning. So what we'll have here are the sophomore maids, and then there'll be the junior maids, and then the senior maids, then the crowning of our homecoming queen. So let's get into this here. Our first sophomore maid is Ashley Drennan. Ashley is the daughter of Donnie and Martha Drennan. She's a member of the Conway High School dance team, Key Club, Caring Cats, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, attends First Baptist Church of Conway, and is a member of the Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority. Ashley enjoys reading, photography, scrapbooking, spending time with her friends and family, and baking. She's escorted this evening by her father, Donnie Drennan. That is Ashley Drennan.
I'm always interested during these ceremonies to see what kind of TV shows they list. How out of touch I am with
Grey's Anatomy was big last year, right?
Yeah, which is still kind of strange to me. But
let's see what we've got this year. Mackenzie Glenn is the next sophomore maid. Mackenzie is the daughter of Bruce and Shelley Glenn. She volunteers at the Conway Animal Shelter, member of Caring Cats, the CHS Photography Club, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority. She participates in both K-Life and Young Life small groups, attends Grace United Methodist Church, volunteers at the Bethlehem House and the Soul Food Cafe. She enjoys spending time with her friends and family, hanging out with her friends, hiking, spending time outdoors, and painting. Mackenzie loves to meet new people, taking pictures, playing with her dog, babysitting, and doing other people's makeup. She's escorted tonight by her father, Bruce Glenn. I'm always amazed with how busy they are.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She sounds horrifically busy. I don't know if I could keep that schedule.
Now, our next sophomore maid is a young lady that I know you know very well. It's Sydney Greathouse. Sydney is the daughter of Neil and Gina Greathouse. She's a member of New Life Church of Conway, where she's involved in real-life student ministries and the Collide Conference. She serves as a photographer and assists in production for New Life. She enjoys shopping and hanging out with her family, attending football games, swimming, and spending the weekends with her friends. She earned second place in both district and state History Day competitions and was asked to compete at the national level. She's escorted this evening by her father and our friend, Neil Greathouse.
Yeah, the Greathouses are amazing. Love that family. Best advice I ever got when we first had kids was find a family that's several years ahead of you and just let them mentor you.
Yeah.
The Greathouses are one of those families.
Absolutely. It was fun talking to Neil beforehand. He not so sure about all this. So I said, this is a pretty grown-up thing tonight, right? Yeah. Still, it's got to be exciting for all of these dads. Next sophomore maid is Elizabeth Kennedy. She is the daughter of Johnny Kennedy and Tracy Smith. She's a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Student Council, Caring Cats, and is on the CHS cheer team. She's also a member of Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, attends First United Methodist Church, and volunteers for the United Way of Central Arkansas. She enjoys cheering, exercising, snow skiing, shopping, Snapchatting, and trying to keep up with her three brothers, one of which you'll see on the field later on tonight. She's escorted this evening by her father, Johnny Kennedy. That's Elizabeth Kennedy.
She's Mrs. She Only Does Everything.
That's right. That's her brother, Will Kennedy, number 9, who we will see on the field tonight. And their dad, Johnny. Very cool. Our next sophomore maid and the final sophomore maid is Avery Turner. Avery is the daughter of Eric and Gina Turner. She is on the CHS volleyball team, a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Caring Cats, Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, and attends Central Baptist Church. Avery enjoys playing volleyball, spending time with her friends and family, training at Burn Studio, playing sand volleyball, and doing makeup. She's escorted tonight by her father, Eric Turner.
Sand volleyball?
Yeah, how about that?
I don't have the legs for that.
Few do.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. Very cool. Those are your sophomore maids tonight.
Let's hear it for our sophomore maids.
Has there ever been an upset where the homecoming queen is not a senior? That would be dramatic.
I think they have to be.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where Stats is telling us no. He's looking at you like you're very young.
That's the only upset I want to see tonight, potentially.
All right, let's meet the junior maids. Our first junior maid is Taylor Conway. She's the daughter of Charnley Charnley, and Tanisha Conway. She's a member of the Color Guard and the Wampus Cat Marching Band, the Choosing to Excel Leadership Team, the Conway High School Track Team, and the Arkansas Heat Track and Field Club. She is also a member of Carrying Cats and works at the nursery at Trinity Worship Center, where she attends church. She enjoys dancing, singing, writing, excessive selfie taking, and supporting the Wampus Cats. She represented her class as a sophomore on the CHS homecoming court. She was named 2017 conference champion in the 100-meter hurdles, 300-meter hurdles, and the triple jump. She's received the High Point Award and is proud to say she holds a 4.0 GPA. What an outstanding young lady. Taylor's escorted this evening by her brother, dancing together at midfield, Carson Conway.
Well, if anyone gets an award for coolest escort, it's her little brother.
That's got to be, right? Next up, the next junior maid is Jasmine Cooper. She is the daughter of Jason and Heather Cooper. Jasmine is a member of the CHS varsity dance team, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, attends First United Methodist Church, nursery and children's ministries, and the photography club. She enjoys spending time with her family, taking pictures, adventuring with her friends, traveling and eating tropical smoothie and dancing. Jasmine is escorted this evening by her father, Jason Cooper. You know, we're about halfway through. None of them have had a favorite TV show yet.
I know. It's like they changed the questionnaire. I'm a little upset.
Maybe
personally.
That's probably it. You know they're still watching TV. Something. Netflix.
Do kids watch TV these days?
Mine do.
It's Netflix,
I Am
right?
Frankie. That's what they like. My house, I Am Frankie. Now let's meet junior maid Maddie Davis. Maddie is the daughter of Casey and Carrie Davis. She is a member of FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Carrying Cats. Maddie was a 2016 member of the CHS cheer team and is currently a cheerleader for Cheer Athletics in Texas. She enjoys hanging out with her friends, cheering, finding new places to go, traveling, and laughing. Maddie enjoys watching Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, there we go.
Scary movies and eating pizza rolls and cosmic brownies. She's escorted tonight by her father, Casey Davis. Grey's Anatomy.
First Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy and scary movies. Those go together to me.
Casey Davis.
Oh, look at that.
I
We'll
like
move with
it.
Dad. Dad, good move, Dad.
The dads that will commit and do that,
Yeah.
they earn my respect.
Absolutely. So maybe we have a race now for the coolest escort.
It's still Carson.
Next we have junior maid Verity Miller. She is the daughter of Rod Miller and Amanda Bruce. She is a member of Key Club, Unashamed, Fellowship of Christian Students, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Arkansas Young Artist Association. She enjoys drawing and painting, playing Fallout 4, reading sci-fi books from the 80s, running, and loves volunteering to the better our community. Verity has won the 2016 third place winner in the Collage Mixed Media from the Arkansas Young Artists Association, earned second place in the junior performance for the state for National History Day in 2015, and she is escorted this evening by her father, Rod Miller. Now, you'll have to tell me, you made a reaction to something that I said there.
Well, she's a gamer.
Oh.
An artist and a gamer. That earns my respect.
Okay.
As well.
I could tell you from your reaction, you thought this is somebody I can relate to.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. All right. Our next junior maid is a young lady whose family we also know very well. I wish we knew all these families so we could say that, but you know, if you do this and you live here long enough, you run across kids that you actually knew their parents way before these kids even came along. We talked about this last year with Jack, but Kate Pillow's in that same boat, obviously. She's the daughter of Greg and Sherry Pillow, a member of K-Life Student Ministries, Real Life Ministries, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Kate is also a member of Future Business Leaders of America, Carrying Cats, National Spanish Honor Society, and Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority. She's on the CHS cheer team, the CHS golf team, and the CHS bowling team. Kate served her class on the 2016 homecoming court as a sophomore and placed top 3 in business ethics category at the FBLA competition this past year. She is escorted tonight by her father, a very good man. That's Greg Pillow.
Her mother, Sherry, once told me a very interesting story about one of her births. I don't know if it was about Kate, but
Okay.
it was funny. And Greg apparently got locked out by security.
Did he?
Hopefully it wasn't with Kate.
Well, he's involved now, whatever it might be. Our final junior maid is Zanaya Wilhite. She is the daughter of Carl and Myosha Wilhite. Zanaya is a member of the CHS dance team and works at Colton Steakhouse. She enjoys doing makeup, driving around her little sister, reading, watching YouTube, designing t-shirts, and extreme couponing with her mom, assisting her parents in their travel agent business, motivating her friends, and watching Sunday football with her dad. She was chosen to serve her class as a sophomore in the 2016 CHS Homecoming Court, traveled abroad to Europe in the summer of 2014, and was chosen to speak at the Anti-Bullying Day at Simon Middle School. She's escorted this evening by her father, Carl Wilhite.
Zanaya is one of those people that you know even if you don't know her, if you've been watching Conway Athletics for the last couple of years.
That is true.
Because she is a standout on the dance team.
Without question. There's your junior maids. Time now to meet our senior homecoming maids.
Our first senior maid is Emily Bainey.
Our first senior maid, Emily Bainey. Emily is daughter of Rick and Melissa Bainey. She is a member of Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, Carrying Cats, the CHS chapter of Best Buddies International, Key Club, and is a member of First Baptist Church. She enjoys traveling, hiking, hanging out with her friends, going to Dairy Queen, shopping, photography, and watching Law and Order.
Oh, wow.
She also enjoys running, listening to Post Malone, reading, sleeping, and going to football games. She has served her class on as both the sophomore and junior on both the 2015 and 16 homecoming courts. She is escorted by her father, Rick Bainey.
I need more info, though. Is it criminal
Which Law and
intent,
Order? Yeah.
SVU, the OG? I got to know.
The Menendez brothers, watching that?
I saw a clip last night. It was terrifying.
That's something. That is something. Next senior maid is Jordan Brown. She is the daughter of Cody and Lindsay Brown. She is a member of Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, Family Career and Community Leaders of America, Key Club, Student Council, Beta Club, Caring Cats, is a leader in the Antioch Student Ministry, and currently has an internship with Nabholz Dietetics. She also enjoys being outdoors, traveling, running, and spending time with friends. Jordan is escorted tonight by her father, Cody Brown. I could not get that internship. I would not be able to say what the internship is for.
Hello, this is Nabholz.
I couldn't say it.
Yeah.
They'd have to let me go.
That'd be hard.
Young lady after young lady after young lady, just outstanding. Kennedy Caruth is the next senior maid. She is the daughter of Derek and Nicole Caruth. She is a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Unashamed, Fellowship of Christian Students, the I Club, the Key Club, Health Occupation Students of America, the CHS chapter of Best Buddies International, and is the senior representative for Caring Cats. Kennedy is also a member of Student Council, National Honor Society, and is president of the Excel Leadership Team. She enjoys traveling, volunteering, watching sports, and being Drake's #1 fan.
Whoa.
She's right there, Drake's #1 fan. She's escorted tonight by her father, Derek Caruth.
And being Drake's #1 fan.
Drake's #1 fan.
Right there.
Escorted tonight by her father.
You still got any connections to Drake from your radio days?
No.
No, they're gone.
Didn't
Okay.
have any when I was still in the business. Next senior maid is going to be Kylie French.
Next senior maid is Kylie French.
Kylie is the daughter of Bobby and Erica French. She is president of Caring Cats, the CHS chapter of Best Buddies International, and Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority. She is a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, National Honor Society, and has been a participant in the Conway High School musical productions. Kylie is also the manager of Forensics and Debate Team and attends Second Baptist Church. She's a member of Second Baptist Youth. She enjoys photography, going on adventures with her friends, hanging out with her buddy Ebony, going to the lake with her family, and shopping vintage. Kylie has received the President's Volunteer Service Award and placed second in color photography at Arkansas Young Artist Association competition. She was escorted this morning by senior football players Keandre Clay and Jarrett Hoover, and she is being escorted tonight by her father, Bobby. They didn't update the script altogether from what they had this morning, so
guys.
that is Bobby that is escorting her. And if that's not Bobby, then someone will let us know after they watch this on Saturday. Next senior maid is Maddie Hefner. Maddie is the daughter of Stacy Hefner and Sean Hefner. She is president of Caring Cats, a member of the Conway High chapter of Best Buddies, Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, attends New Life Church, is involved in real life ministries, and is on the leadership team of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Maddie enjoys hanging out with her friends, attending football games, working at Emerge Boutique in Logan's Roadhouse, sleeping, working out with her brother, and finding new music. She was awarded the Caring Cats Starfish Award and has been accepted to the University of Arkansas in the fall. She's escorted tonight by her brother, Luke Hefner. Look how proud Luke looks. I like that.
Yeah, he's taking it seriously. She enjoys sleeping. I hope she wins. I can relate to that.
Strong sleep game. Next senior maid is Jerry McCauley. Had a chance to visit with Jerry this morning. Very delightful young lady. She's the daughter of John and Tina McCauley. She's a member of FCA, Conway High School Choir, Theater 3, and the youth group at Harlan Park Baptist Church. She enjoys playing video games, coloring with Sharpies, anime, and listening to pop and country music. She served her class previously as a junior on the 2016 CHS Homecoming Court. She is escorted by her father, John McCauley.
Choir kid. Now that's someone I
was
truly
gonna say,
can
yeah.
relate to.
She was super nice. I was there this morning. We were kind of waiting for everything to start, and she just walked right up to me and she said, "I don't believe we've met. I'm Jerry." I said, "Well, Jerry, I'm Jeff Matthews. Nice to meet you." Very, very nice young girl. And our final senior maid is Emily Pennell. She is the daughter of Russ and Julie Pennell. You will know Russ as the head basketball coach at UCA. Emily is a company member of the Rock City Dance Center, co-captain of the varsity dance team, vice president of Caring Cats, vice president of the CHS chapter of Best Buddies, is a member of the National Honor Society, and serves in the leadership team for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She's a member of Delta Beta Sigma Social Sorority, attends the Summit Church, and is involved in a K-Life small group. She enjoys dancing, photography, volunteering, traveling, hanging out with her friends, reading, and watching sports with her dad. She was named All-State Dance both her sophomore and junior years, and is an AP scholar, another outstanding young lady from a great family. I think the world of her dad. Escorted this evening by her father, Russ Pennell.
Do they also do homecoming at basketball season? Because that would be more difficult for him to attend.
Oh, that's true.
During the basketball season.
Yeah, I don't believe they do. This is the one that they do this.
That's good.
Man, that's something. Okay. So we're going to wait for just a moment. Everybody's going to applaud, which they're doing now. Get an idea of who the winner is going to be.
Your 2017 Conway High School Homecoming Call.
We'll get the announcement of the winner from, from the public address booth. AJ Sprigaladozzi is announcing the booth next to us. See, we will get the winner announced by AJ.
Conway High School Homecoming Queen and Maid of Honor. Your 2017 Conway High School Homecoming Maid of Honor is Jerry McCauley. Jerry is being presented with a bouquet of roses from the Student Council President, Hannah Ferguson.
Well, congratulations to Jerry. Very cool. She is the Maid of Honor for 2017.
Choir kids for the win.
And then we'll go back to the booth, and AJ will let us know who is going to be the homecoming queen.
The announcement of your 2017 Homecoming Queen. Your 2017 Conway High School Homecoming Queen is Kennedy Carew. Kennedy is being crowned by the 2016 Conway High School Homecoming Queen, Ebony Day.
Last year's homecoming queen, Ebony Day, will present her with a bouquet of roses. Student Council President Hannah Ferguson.
And a bouquet of roses.
Give her the crown, and then a football by Conway High Principal Jason Lawrence.
Drake's #1 fan.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Big night, right? Well, congratulations to Kennedy Caruth, your 2017 homecoming queen, and Jerry McCauley, your 2017 Maid of Honor. Congratulations to all the young ladies and their families. I know it means so much to all of them that this honor has happened tonight. All right, congratulations again to Kennedy. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get ready for football tonight. Homecoming, Conway and Little Rock Central coming up on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Your life is about to change forever. and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise. Conway Regional.
Captains making their way to the middle of the field. Left to right, Cole Hoover, Brennan Clark, Garrett Fusilier, and Darnell Washington. Had a chance to meet Darnell today, take a picture with him. It was nice getting to meet him and some of the other Wampus Cats who were there this morning for the part of the for the homecoming pep rally that happened. That was, again, a good time.
I'm so glad that you can make it, and I'm really glad that you got some footage because I'm excited to see it later.
Well, hopefully we'll have that. I took it and I put it together, so hopefully we'll have that at halftime of tonight's game. Let's talk about your worries / concerns, but I know the viewing public likes them when they're worried.
Yeah, I've heard that it's more beneficial to Conway when I'm worried
Worry
instead
away.
of concerned. So I've got some legit worries tonight.
Okay, what do you have?
Number one, it's homecoming. I know we talked about it in our Facebook Live before the game, but it really is kind of a worry because there's just so many things going on the field. It kind of makes the pregame routine a little bit different for the players. It's just little things, but they add up, and it's it can be a distraction. So I just worry for Conway. I want them to come out and get on the board early and just settle everyone's nerves down. My second worry, pass defense, because they've got a hot hand coming in, Central does, with Jacob Howard completed 26 passes last week, threw for almost 40 against Cabot.
Yes.
He did throw 2 picks with the 2 touchdowns, so they are prone to turn the ball over. But I'd love for our pass defense to get on them early and maybe get another takeaway and just go score, put up 6 like they did a week ago.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And my last worry, just in general, the ground game. We joked at the end of last week's broadcast that Michael George had a down game because the first half was a little different for our running game, but they of course came on in the second half. But just want to see Michael George get some yards early and help keep the ball away from a relatively hot Central offense.
That's a Central team that did get the win a week ago, 16-14 over Cabot. Only their second win in their last 14 games. They lost 7 in a row to end last year. They're 2-5 this year, but a win over a Cabot team that was probably better than them. They came in, you play the games. That's why you really can't say somebody's better than anybody else. But on that particular night, it was Little Rock Central that was the better team.
Yeah, and Central, the offense hasn't been putting up a ton of points so far this season. They scored 30 points in their opening win versus Rogers Heritage. But if you take that game out, they're only averaging 17 points per game and only 1 win, of course, last week versus Cabot. Conway, on the other hand, averaging 38 points a game. So the numbers seem to favor Conway tonight.
And here come the Wampus Cats. Dressed in blue, head to toe. They look good, ready to go tonight. They are getting some respect around the state. Jeremy Muck for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette has them ranked number 6 overall. When you look at the other publications that we watch every week, Hootens and Fearless Friday, they've got the same 6 teams in their top 6, Conway being number 6 in each of them. Bentonville is ranked ahead of Conway in all 3 of those polls.
Now, come on. I got a little problem with that, all right? I mean, come on. We went to Bentonville, and we put it on them. So I don't know how I feel about that ranking.
Bentonville's ranked 4th by the Democrat-Gazette, 3rd by Hootens, and 4th by Fearless Friday. Springdale Harbor is in the slot right ahead of Conway in all 3 of those polls. The other thing that's happening statewide that people are watching is number 30. It's Michael George. Michael George is at the 1,200-yard mark for the season, and he is the state's leading rusher in 7A. So of the 16 7A schools, the leading rusher of those big schools in the state of Arkansas, where's number 30 for the Wampus Cats?
Yeah, when you look at a lot of these offenses in 7A, they're so pass-heavy. So having a team that's built around a really great running back like George, he's a huge weapon, especially as we get closer to the playoffs, because he can shorten games, and you just don't know what you can do with a weapon like that.
Conway will receive the opening kickoff.
When was the last time we didn't receive?
It's been a while, it seems like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Santiago Alonso, the 5'6", 140-pound sophomore kicker for Little Rock Central, will kick things off. Their head coach, Scooter Register, been there a long time, been coaching for a long time.
Yeah.
Years at Catholic and then down at El Dorado for a while. Now Little Rock Central trying to resurrect that program that's been good for so many years. Opening kickoff will be taken by Will Kennedy. Will still on his feet all the way out to midfield. What a fantastic run by the senior Will Kennedy. Conway has it in Little Rock Central territory.
Say it again, he only does everything Will Kennedy. Wow. Setting up the Conway offense with great field position to start homecoming. You think he was saying, I got to at least get to the 50. That's where my sister walked.
That's right. At least. So 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. Andrew Rhea, the senior quarterback, leads the team on the field. Michael George behind him. And they'll hand the ball off to Michael George. Michael into the secondary and pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That'll be good for a Conway Regional Health System first down. First run of the game, big yardage for Michael George.
Yeah, this is going to be the challenge for Central tonight, is the matching up in the front 7 against this Conway offensive line, and then the speed and skill from Michael George. It's a tough battle for any team, but it's going to be really tough for Central.
The starters on that offensive line are the 5 we've gotten used to. L.J. Hansberry, flanked by Lance Rogers and Keandre Clay. Nate Turner and Thomas Cloyter on the outside. Chris Anderson, Chris Patterson, H-back and tight end respectively. Handoff up the middle. Michael George across the 20.
Talk about the big right tackle, Thomas Cloyd. I heard he had a big part to play in the senior mom dance.
He did.
This morning.
He did. Definitely was an impressive part of the performance this morning. Steve Smith on the stop for the Little Rock Central Tigers. Held Cabot to 14 a week ago. Still on the ground to Michael George. Michael will spin, brought down at the 15-yard line. Joseph Lewis makes the stop.
Yeah, Cabot hit a real rough patch the last 2 weeks. Of course, it started with us, 2 weeks ago, and then Central last week holds them to just 14 points, like you said. I think that's what we held them to as well.
Well, and tonight they're playing the #1 team in the state, the Bryan Hornets. The last run by Michael George was good for a first down, 1st and 10. Turf Monster got him. It'll be 2nd down. Yeah, Thomas was in just a spectacular jacket and had a little lip sync thing
Yeah.
he did and dropped a mic, and it was very, very impressive.
I joked in the pregame about, Michael George's slow performance last week. He did finish with 168 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just kidding. Somewhat. I mean, first half was a little down.
There he is, Michael George down to the 5-yard line. It'll be inside the 5, 1st and goal for the Wampus Cats. We saw this a couple of weeks ago where the opening drive was all Michael George. And they're doing it again tonight. He's had everything up to this point.
Yeah, 43 yards so far, 5 carries. Look for him to finish it off here. Maybe Rhino?
1st and goal at the 5, and that's what it'll be. Andrew Rhea, the quarterback, number 15, takes off to the right. He'll set up right on the hash mark. Michael George running hard into the end zone. Touchdown, Michael George, for the 17th time this season. And the Wampus Cats are on the board first.
George finishing off a 6-play drive, and he took them all the way. Will Kennedy made it easier for him.
He did.
With the great punt return, but he takes it 48 yards all the way down and finishes it off with 6 points.
Reed Hughes will snap. Nick McEwen will hold, and Jordan Wicks will kick. Those 3 have combined on 37 consecutive extra points this year. 9:42 to play in the opening quarter. Snap, hold, and kick. for the 38th time. Good. And the Wampus Cats are on top 7-0. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5. Jordan Wicks on to kick off for the Wampus Cats, leading 7-0.
I'm happy, Jeff.
Good.
I'm happy they've quickly availed two of my worries, which was being distracted on homecoming.
Not distracted.
Yeah, it doesn't appear they're distracted.
Right.
And the ground game getting off to a quick start.
There you go.
I
You
like
feel
it.
good.
My third worry is still yet to be proven. Pass defense. So we'll see. We'll see here.
We are going to see here as Jacob Howard will come out here in a moment and get the Tiger offense going. Getting on the field, trailing by 7 before they ever snap the ball. Homecoming 2017. And here come the Tigers. Going the wrong way. That's Antonio Brown. Tackled at the 15-yard line. And the Wampus Cats will head out on defense. Terrell Grimes, Jordan Doby, Zach Friedel down front, Garrett Fusilier, Blake Walter, Matt Lloyd, Jackson Freeman are your linebackers. Tyler Banks and Darnell Washington in the corners. And Roman Aaron, Will Kennedy, those are your safeties. Those 11 have played great football all year. Howard will look to throw on the first throw of the night. First play from scrimmage, and looking for Donald Richardson, 6'1", 180-pound senior. Caught 11 balls for 102 yards a week ago.
I don't mean to laugh, but the hammer. Garrett Fusilier. He's in rare form already.
Did he
tonight.
introduce himself to Jacob Howard?
Well, he did. But he also introduced himself to the kick returner on the kickoff return. But yes, he did introduce himself to Jacob Howard.
Jacob Howard is their senior quarterback, 6'2", 185-pounder. He'll roll to his left and throw. Incomplete. Third down. Third down and 10 upcoming. Intended for T.J. Pennington. Jackson Freeman in the coverage. Here comes that money down. I don't feel the urgency of the money down being in the press box.
You know,
Being in the stands.
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking on the opening kickoff for Conway, we feel so far away when we get so used to on the road being like just. It seems like we're just feet away from them.
Yes.
And now we're really high up.
I was talking to a coworker who was sitting not too far from us Friday night, and he said he had a lot of people sitting around him who were like, "This is great. I love being able to listen to the broadcast while we're watching the game." Howard throws complete. Boy, that is not going to amount to much at all. Zach Friedel and Blake Walter, a couple of seniors, snuffed it out, brought down Donald Richardson, and it will be fourth down, and the Tigers forced to punt.
All right, so I like it. Pass defense held up well. My three worries, I'm feeling good about all of them so
Now,
far.
do you feel okay about the first pass? I mean, the pass was overthrown.
That's true. He did have him beat.
He had him beat.
Better throw. Well, but Garrett Fusilier helped with that.
That's true. That's
So-
true. All right, well,
he
then good.
couldn't
As
get a
long,
better throw off because Garrett Fusilier was.
as long as you have no worries, that's I want at the end of the
Well,
night.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But they're feeling better.
Fourth down and 7. Howard's their punter, and it's a line drive punt. Got to get on it. Jackson Freeman. Whew. Well, he's hit after the whistle blows. That could have been really bad. Cats will begin at the 27-yard line. First and 10 there.
Such a flat punt. Jackson Freeman had a hard time reading it. He got caught in a do-or-die situation there. Gets his hands on it, but a great job by Conway to chase that down. And that's a hard thing to do when you're running straight at a ball and trying to not, over-pursue it and get on it. Good job by Freeman to at least get his hands on that ball.
Andrew Rhea and Michael George. Those two in the backfield. Stay with Michael George. He's hit hard. Pushed back to the 26-yard line. Joseph Lewis was the first Tiger there.
2nd down 7.
3-yard gain for Michael George. It's 2nd down and 7. And Nick Richmond and Joe Thomas to the near side. Michael George running so hard. Ball came loose, but I think the whistle had blown. And it had.
It is down at the 46-yard line.
Correction on the personnel I had in the game a moment ago. That was Will McKenna to the near side, not Joe Thomas. Run was good for a first down by Michael George, brought down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 again. It's worth mentioning, Michael George, the leading rusher in the state in 7A football. He's listed about 6th in the paper, but everybody above him plays at some of the smaller schools. And so I checked today with Jeremy Muck, the writer for the Democrat Gazette that covers high school sports in the state and does a fantastic job. And he confirmed that all the rest of the 7A schools had sent in their stats. And so Michael George, indeed, leading rusher in 7A.
We've talked so much about his just raw strength, but you really see it, especially on a shot like that, where you see his legs. They never stop pushing. They never stop just going and going. Even if he gets spun around, he just keeps pushing himself backwards and gets those extra yards.
Chris Anderson had a big game a week ago. He is set up at the tight end slot on the near side. Michael George corralled, still on his feet.
Spun
Look at that.
twice.
It took 2 spins by the safety, Antonio Brown, to finally bring him down.
And that, of course, another indication of that strength, because you can't just arm tackle him and try and sling him down. He just keeps on going, and great balance as well.
Another first down as the chains will move for the Wampus Cats down inside the 40-yard line. At Conway Regional Health System, first down.
83 yards for Michael George, 10 carries.
In the first 5 minutes plus of the game. Not even 5 minutes yet, 4 minutes plus. Give it to him again. George adding to his totals to the 31-yard line. Stop is made by DJ Ferris.
DJ Ferris.
2nd down and 2, 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3.
He's had 6 consecutive 100-yard games, and he's about to have a 100-yard quarter. 2nd down and 2. Six minutes and 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. Michael George. It's going to be close to another first down.
Michael George carries. Joseph Lewis
On the stop. We'll have to check here in a moment about our scoreboard on the screen. I can tell you it's 7-0 right now. Conway has the lead. Not quite to the halfway mark of the first quarter. 6:19 to play in the first quarter. They are going to move the chains once again for the Cats. 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats at Conway Regional Health System. First down.
Missed a reunion earlier. It's the 1987 class reunion.
Getting word from the truck that there are some technical difficulties with the scoreboard on our screen, so we'll be sure to tell you the time and the score a little more often than we normally do. We're halfway through the first quarter. 6:03 to play. The clock will start. Whistle flags are thrown. Cats are up 7-0. Legal procedure on the offense. So first mistake of the night of any sort for the Wampus Cats. Backs him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
Think back to that first game against at Springdale and all the penalties in that game. Conway's played pretty well in the penalty department since that game. There were a lot against Southside too, but I kind of throw that game out because that was a crazy game for penalties.
1st and 15. You stay on the ground here?
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, but of course they're going to throw the ball. Andrew Rhea. Pass is complete. Going up high and making the catch was Will McKenna. Makes the catch right in front of Logan Heyman. McKenna's 9th catch on the season.
And this offense coming off their best passing output of the season, a week ago at Northside, 282 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Andrew Rhea had a really nice game.
It just missed on 5 passes a week ago. 2nd down and 9, gain of 6 on the play. Now they'll go back on the ground. George to the 20-yard line. It will be 3rd down. Steve Smith on the stop. And the Cats face 3rd down here from the 20-yard line.
And he is right at 100 yards on 13 carries.
3rd down and 2. Brennan Clark will come in the game. Will Kennedy in also. And they'll go to the Rhino package with Andrew Rhea to the near side. Kennedy in motion. The snap to Michael George. The carry and more. Michael George into the end zone for the 18th time. He goes officially over 100 yards. 4:36 to play in the first quarter. It has been all number 30.
What a job by the offensive line there, opening up some big holes. And as soon as George sees it, the acceleration, he just bursts through that line. Picks up his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Good to see number 30 doing what he has been doing all year long. Well over 100 yards now. 14 carries, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And we have played 7 minutes and 24 seconds of football so far. Jordan Wicks extra point. Makes it 14-0. The Wampus Cats on top. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
There's a lot to love about the natural state. We should know. Arkansas has been our home since 1932. Since then, First Security has added locations, services, and solutions. And we're still growing. Not outside of the state, but deeper in. We invest in our home, your home, communities, families, and Arkansas businesses. Like you, we're proud of our home state. And we're proud to be only in Arkansas. First Security, only in Arkansas.
4:36 to go. We are in the first quarter. 14-0. All Michael George and all Conway so far.
Yeah, the Conway offense so far in the first quarter, 126 yards of total offense. 120 for Michael George.
Right, yeah. It's pretty easy math so far.
Let's see, let's get a percentage here for you. He's accounting for 95% of the offense.
Kickoff taken inside the 10-yard line. That's Brown. That's Roman Aaron. That's Ricky Fuller. That's Jared Hoover. That's Cole Hoover. All the guys there.
I've been bragging on this kickoff team all season. Other than the return they gave up to Cabot a few weeks ago, they have done such a good job staying in their lanes, keeping nice coverage, and haven't been a lot of big returns against this kickoff team other than Cabot. And I still maintain there were like 2 blocks in the back on that one. But
that's Holloway. He's a talented running back. Runs into Matt Lloyd, runs away from Matt Lloyd. Darnell Washington finally gets him out of bounds and tries to hold him up. Keelan Holloway had 137 yards and 24 carries a week ago.
Showing his best Michael George impression there, breaking through a tackle.
$14-0. Conway on top. Scoreboard back on the screen now. Appreciate everybody in the truck and all the work that they do. Get here a long time before everybody else and stay here a lot later than everybody else too. Jacob Howard, he carries, forced out of bounds, right in front of Darnell Washington. Donald Richardson out there providing some blocking for him. 4:06 to play in the opening quarter. At halftime, we'll show you some of the fun from this morning and also have the the Wampus Cat Marching Band as they have continued their marching season and doing great things. We'll see their performance coming up at halftime of Homecoming 2017. That's a direct snap to DeMarcus Yancey, their version of the Rhino or the Wildcat package.
Wild Tiger.
The Wild Tiger, that works.
Got close. Good spot. I think they're going to give him the first down there.
They are going to move the chains.
So a 3 and out. Now 2 first downs quickly for Central. The running game having more success than the passing game.
The ball is at the 47-yard line. First down and 10. Cats up 14-0. Next week on the road at War Memorial Stadium, we'll have the game for you live. Howard throws. Incomplete. Pass was intended for T.J. Pennington.
Second down and 10.
Wanted to see how the pass coverage looked, and so pretty good coverage there.
Yeah, and give credit to this defensive line and the blitzing they've been doing, because these passes have been off target tonight, mostly because people are getting into the backfield and putting pressure on Howard.
Flags come flying in. So yeah, next week Cats are on the road. Back them up some.
Our last Wampus Cats to go for the regular season.
For the regular season, that's correct. In playoff games, we'll have those for you.
I'll be real excited about next week as well, because that's when we finally get that Bryant North Little Rock matchup. That's going to hold a lot of weight as we go into the final game, week 10 against Bryant at home. The playoff picture shaping up.
Tonight, Bryant is playing at Cabot.
Which that's always a tough place to go
It's
play.
a tough place to go play, you're right. Catholic is at Fort Smith Southside, North Side is at North Little Rock tonight. Those are the other 7A Central games besides this one. Howard throwing over the middle. Pass was incomplete. Pass intended for Keelan Holloway, the running back. And it's third down and 15.
Jordan Doby applying the pressure that time.
Jordan Doby, a former lineman of the week. Hope you've been able to catch those features that we've done on Conway Corp social media.
People love those.
They seem to, yeah. It's been
do.
fun. It's been fun to see the reaction from folks and spotlighting these kids that play on the line and spotlighting our linemen at Conway Corp, the work that they do. Jacob Howard, pressured, gets away from it. Now we'll just dump it out of bounds, as he was being encouraged to do so by some Wampus Cat defenders, and it is fourth down.
Yeah, really smart play there by, I believe it was Jackson Freeman out on the left side. As Howard getting close to the sideline, looked like he was going to go in for the hit, but smartly pulled up, keeping away from getting that flag.
Will Kennedy and Jackson Freeman are deep to receive the punt. Last punt was a line drive that was almost disastrous for the Wampus Cats. Another low trajectory punt taken by Will Kennedy. Will looking for the edge. Looking for the other edge. Goes to the 40-yard line.
He's so bouncy.
Yes, bouncy is a good word.
He just, he finds a little lane, and then you think you got him cornered, and he just bounces back to the other side.
All right, first and 10 for the Wampus Cats following the bouncy kickoff return from Will Kennedy. Just inside the 40.
Stats says that he's always been like that. They went to the same church.
Oh, okay. Always been bouncy?
Will was little, and he said he was, hard to corner then, too, because causing trouble.
So after 120-yard first 7 minutes of the game, Michael George gets this possession off as Brennan Clark will get the handoff and have similar results. 6-yard gain up to the 45.
Well, 120 yards in 7-ish minutes.
Yeah.
I'd give him a little break.
Nothing wrong with that. Chris Patterson in the game. Joe Thomas off the field.
Game, second and 3.
Nick Richmond to the near side, a name we haven't said yet. Brennan Clark will get the run. Clark crosses midfield. It'll be a Conway Regional Health System first down.
You mentioned Nick. He's coming off a monster game last week at Northside.
Yes.
4 receptions, 154 yards, and a score. That coming after a week where he had no receptions.
That one pass play, the 89 yards, where he got past the corner and was open in the post, and Andrew hit him perfectly in stride. It was great to see. Great to see those two getting reconnected like that. Clark to the 42-yard line. Flag comes in after the play. The official talking to Lance Rogers, and at least for the Wampus Cats he is. Zaul Vences comes in the game, number 67, and Lance hustles off. Walking away by himself to cool off for just a moment, it looks like.
That's one thing about Ashcraft. It gives you that quick hook, and it's always for the best. You know, get out, clear your head a little bit, and you'll get back in and get back to it. It's nice to have, someone like Vences who can come in and fill in.
Yeah, they're expecting
all across the line.
Big things from him for sure. All right, so loss on the play. Coach Ashcraft talking to Lance Rogers on the sideline. Second down and 21. Ball at the 42. Richmond and Thomas on the near side. McKenna to the top. Cats are up 14, and Andrew Rhea looks to throw. Looks for Richmond. Same route that worked so well a week back, but there was safety help there, and the pass was just about a step too far beyond Nick Richmond's outstretched hands. It's third down.
Yeah, Central bringing the blitz, both outside backers coming in, and Conway O-line doing their best to pick them up, but just need a little bit more time for Rhea. Get that pass right in line.
Three wide receivers to the near side. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's been all Cats so far, 14-0. Third and 21. Andrew going to be sacked at the 40. So fourth down upcoming. The Cats forced to punt for the first time tonight.
It's a good job, though, by Rhea and his offensive line and Clark as well in the backfield, picking up another blitzing Tiger. But smart decision there. Coverage was good in the backfield. Nowhere to go, really. Don't want to force an interception. Take the sack, get a punt, and give this Conway defense some good field position.
Well, that was certainly a case where the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty really hurt the team.
Yeah,
put them
for sure.
Way back, 15 yards, and made it second and 21, and trying to catch up from that point on. And so that's why, it's a great teaching sport, obviously, and you will figure out whatever that needs to be figured out, and Lance will be fine the rest of the way. Good punt. Rolls inside the 20-yard line. Ricky Fuller will down it at the 18-yard line.
Good job from Will Kennedy there. As there was a Tiger coming off the left side. No one touching him. And he speeds up his motion a little bit. Kind of a weird angle coming off of his foot, but good result for this punt team. He only does everything.
He only does everything. This is definitely an athletic team.
And this is a big spot for this defense. Offense letting you down a little bit with the personal foul. Be a nice possession here if this defense can come in and get a big stop.
Howard will throw. Complete. Good pursuit there by Roman Aaron. Makes the stop on DeMarcus Yancey. Yancey made the catch. Blake Walter there also.
Quietly having a really great season, up over 40 tackles as an interception. Great read there, and strong arms, doesn't let him go.
Had the big hit that forced the pitch 6 a couple of weeks back.
Copyright David McCall.
Yes, in that one. Blake Walter stops DeMarcus Yancey before he can get a full head of steam, but it is going to be enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
I can definitely see why they do those design runs with Yancey alone in the backfield. He's got a nice burst.
It's probably a better than a 2-5 team. If you look at their record, and easy to say that, but the win a week ago was impressive. That's anytime you can knock off Cabot and holding them down to 14 points. We'll throw the ball to Yancey. DeMarcus will be tackled. No, fumble on the play. That ball's loose. Oh, the official is going to say he was down. I think we might have a pretty good look at a replay if we've got that in the truck.
And 21 Reason's going to feel let down here.
Okay. Don't have replay right now. My apologies. So if you're watching the game on tape, just hit the rewind button. Just DVR or the 10-second backwards. Catch it. See if he was down.
Now, unlike the Michael George play on that, second possession, he looked down. I'm not so sure about that one.
First down and 10 from the 42-yard line.
I mean, you see Central here, another design play, getting it out to Yancey on that quick screen, trying to find ways to get him the football.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. All Wampus Cats so far. Cats on top 14-0 as we go to the second quarter. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. Whatever the automotive problem, Helton's has the diagnostics to repair it. If you're moving across town or across country, Helton's is your #1 choice for U-Haul in Conway. We have a wide selection of packing supplies for every aspect of your move. Also, we sell and install hitches. Call 327-4696 for a quote. At Helton's Wrecker U-Haul, we are always on our toes. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Your life is about to change forever, and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise. Conway Regional.
14-0. The Cats are on top, beginning the second quarter. Howard looking to throw over the middle. Knocked away. Was that Roman Aaron? Yep, Roman safety. Went up, stretched as high as he could, couldn't quite pull it down. 14-0. Cats up. You got to look at some of the other scores from the 7A Central. What you got?
Yeah, some of these, I'm a little confused by some of these scores. A lot of action early at Fort Smith Southside as Southside's leading Catholic 21-13 in the first quarter. Northside up 7-0 on North Little Rock.
Wow.
And Bryant 7-3 lead over Cabot into the second quarter.
Garrett Fusilier makes the stop. Step it up and bring it down Kalen Holloway. So a few surprises around the state in the 7A Central.
I say this every week since we played Southside, but I just really feel for that team because they can put points on the board. If they could just get a few stops, they'd rack up some wins.
Third down and 9. The money down for the Wampus Cat defense. Howard with Holloway next to him. Tyler Banks providing the coverage over there, but not tight enough. Needed 9 yards. They got 10. Will move the chains. Pass was complete to Jacorian Whitaker. And it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Banks coming off, going to get a little breather here on this play.
Direct snap to Yancey. Well, he's a load. Jackson Freeman. Jordan Doby teaming up to make the stop.
A load, and he's quick.
Yes.
You've seen Coach Register. He's trying to dial up ways to get him the ball in space.
5'6", 155, a senior.
He's limping a little bit after that play.
Direct snap to Donald Richardson. Richardson quick. Will Kennedy and others push him out of bounds. Roman Aaron comes up grabbing his left calf.
Tiger offense dialing up the right play at the right time as Conway defense was bringing the blitz off the corner over there on that right side, but it got sucked inside, and they run that little cut back to the left. Big gain for Howard.
First and 10 at the 22. Complete to Holloway. Jackson Freeman will throw him down out of bounds.
Freeman's got some strong hands.
Yes, he does.
Gets that clasp on you, pulls you down.
At the 19-yard line. Second down and 7.
This offense has played pretty conservatively in the passing game. Seen a lot of checkdowns, short routes.
Incomplete. Looking for Donald Richardson again.
Will Kennedy getting in the backfield and causing some havoc. I think that's just his default mode.
Havoc. All right, so third down and 7.
It's third down and 7.
4 wide outs. Holloway next to Howard on third down. Jacob Howard looks to throw.
Oh. Yep.
Flags come in.
Walter, you can see him pulling that jersey down. And thought we might get away with that.
Well, the official that was looking at it didn't, or at least it looked like it was looking at it, didn't throw it.
Yeah, it was actually I guess the backfield judge who couldn't see him pulling the jersey behind him, but I guess he did see it.
I guess he saw it getting tighter on the front of him.
That's a tough spot on third down for this defense.
Going to be a first down, so first and 10. So the penalty has hurt the Wampus Cats on the last drive. It cost them 15 yards and put them well behind the chains. Had to punt the ball away, and now what would have been fourth down instead turns into a first down for Central. Holloway. Nowhere to go. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, Conway had 5 penalties a week ago, and on the season, 32 in 7 games. So they've had some games where they've gotten into double digits, and then they've had a lot of games where it's been 2 or fewer. It's been kind of one or the other so far.
Ball's at the 8.
Quiet.
It is. It's quiet. 14-0 lead right now. Big crowd in front of us. There's the pass to nobody in particular. In fact, nobody within about half the football field.
They're looking for intentional grounding. He wasn't outside of the tackles. The refs are talking it over. He's pulling it out. Come on.
See how dramatic he's going to be. He's not. He just drops it.
And
I like it.
That's big, too, because that's not just a penalty, but also a loss of down. Jackson Freeman's like, hey, I'm the only one over here, guys. What's going on? That's a nice break for Conway as it pushes the Tigers back, and
there's the loss of down. It's still going to be and goal. It'll be third and goal.
And that's a penalty that should get credited to the front 7 for getting pressure, but then also to the secondary for keeping coverage, because that's what causes him. Hey, there's nowhere to throw it, but I'm about to get sacked, and that leads to the mistake there for the Tigers.
So now another whistle, stop the play here before it gets going.
Wonder what they're talking about.
I don't know.
Fly on a wall. That's what I want to be. Except there's no walls down there, so.
Fly in the huddle.
Yeah, fly in the huddle.
There's our guys. He's ready to start playing football again.
Kalen Holloway,
It seems to be helping.
yeah. Looking very closely. Looks like they're disputing where the ball should be placed.
So whatever it was, 5 more yards to the better for the Wampus Cats. So the ball just
So
outside the 25.
I guess they marked it as a 10-yard penalty, and it should have been a 15.
15 yards and a loss of down.
So
All
there you
right,
go.
so now we're ready to go. 3rd and goal from the 25-yard line.
Even better.
It's at the 25 and scored the goal.
Money down. Big time for the Wampus Cat defense. Here comes the pressure. Throw it over the middle. And it was caught. Boy, Roman Aaron went for the interception. Instead, it was caught by Pennington.
Wow.
Correction, Holloway. So 4th and goal inside the 5-yard line. Wow.
Corlin McKinney back in. Blake Walter coming back in as well.
All right, 4th and goal from the 4-yard line, a 21-yard gain.
Tigers still getting their personnel on the field.
And they're going to kick a field goal. Interesting. 4th and goal, trailing by 14. Keeling Baker will kick the 21-yard field goal.
Maybe watch for the fake.
And it's good. So the Tigers are on the board for the first time tonight. It's 14-3 with 8:44. Clock's running now. Dispute on that. 8.5 minutes or so to play in the second quarter. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5. So the Wampus Cats back onto the field, awaiting the kick that's coming from Little Rock Central. They get on the board with a 21-yard field goal from Keeling Baker. Santiago Alonso is their kickoff specialist.
Conway defense catching a break on that intentional grounding penalty and able to keep Tigers to a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Had some nice returns of punts and kicks for that matter. We'll see what happens with this one. Will Kennedy, short field, and he is gathered up at the 26-yard line and stopped there. Stop is made by Lamont Robinson, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. We have not seen Giovanni Johnson yet. We saw all Michael George for the first couple of series. Brendan Clark got the carries on the last drive. It's going to be Michael George this time with Andrew Rhea.
Yeah, Giovanni 4 carries a week ago, had the touchdown run. I think he had another big run on either a 3rd down or a 4th down. Still only 6 pass attempts on the year for Giovanni.
Michael George. He is tripped up by Joseph Lewis.
And these Tigers trying to go low on George tonight. You've seen him get it sort of upended more than once here in the first half.
Football's at the 32-yard line. Second down. He picked up 6 there. George again. He'll move the chains. The Conway Regional Health System first down. Tackle made by Tanner Barrett out of the 38-yard line.
Yeah, most carries tonight, he's getting to that second level, and it's just one cut away
yeah.
from running off a long run here.
Richmond and McKenna to the near side. They'll stay on the ground. Picks up another 5 yards, averaging well over 8 a carry.
It's just such a weapon. Not many schools in the state have a weapon like that.
And it's been a long time since we've seen, and probably somebody can correct me on this statement I'm about to make, but that we've seen such a featured back here. We have seen shared carries for so many years. With the Thunder and Lightning we talked about, and
right.
even with the Chamorro and Odom, and you think about all those different great backs that we saw over the years, there always seemed to be someone else. McCall Dale was never the feature back. There was always other people to get carries. This year's different, though. I mean, he's definitely the workhorse.
Yeah, Chamorro definitely was the featured back in his senior season, but there was, it was like kind of a 70-30 split.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Definitely not to the extent, though, for Michael George.
Rhino, direct snap to Michael George. Gets slowed down, and a second effort is going to put it really close. Looks like the judge here on the side is going to put it at the, well, he's got it at the.
They're not lined up here.
Now, the official closest to us was on the 48-yard line. The far official was on the 47, and that's what they chose, was the 47. So it's 4th and 2. Got to get to about the 48.5-yard line. And they'll run the Rhino again. Under 6 minutes to play. They're going to hand off out of it. Brendan Clark. Clark in a foot race to the 20. Inside the 10. Brendan Clark into the end zone. That is going to be a touchdown. 53-yard touchdown run.
Michael George cheering him on. Clark's #1 fan right now, Michael George. Well, we rarely ever see them hand off in the Rhino. It's almost always whoever's receiving that direct snap. And a big play there is Central's just not expecting it.
53-yard run, practically untouched. Extra point is good, and with 5:42 to play in the first half, the Wampus Cats are on top, 21-3. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
My husband and I are clients of Mr. Jim Counts at Legacy Fencing. He presented us with several options in design, materials, and pricing, and we chose the option that was best for our budget and our project. Very rarely do quality, affordability, durability, service, and beauty come in one package, but that's just what we got at Legacy Fencing.
Legacy Fencing, it's fencing for a lifetime.
Jordan Wicks to kick off for the Wampus Cats, leading 21-3.
Yeah, Michael George, 19 carries, 140 yards, but Brendan Clark, it's like, hey, I'm going to catch up. Only 4 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Keeps 53 yards at a time. He'll catch him real quick.
Yeah.
5:42 to go. Stick around at halftime. The Conway Regional Health System halftime show. We'll hear from our friends at the hospital, and then get to see a little bit of what we saw today at the assembly, the homecoming pep rally that happened today in the Buzz Boulding Arena. I have a little feature of that for you to see, a little taste of it. And then we'll have the Conway Wampus Cat Marching Band. It's all coming up at halftime. Homecoming 2017. We've got a new homecoming queen. She was crowned before the game. Kennedy Caruth. Jerry McCauley was named Maid of Honor. And the Cats are on top 21-3. So So far, so good.
I got to go back to that 4th and 2 because I'll be honest, I was not expecting them to actually run a play. I thought they were just going to come out. I mean, they're on their own side of the field. I expected them to just come out and try and draw him off sides, but come out in the Rhino and give the rare handoff.
These wrinkles that Brian Rainey gives us all the time. Saw another one. Richardson. Darnell Washington pushes him out of bounds. Now, I do wish you could have been there today just to see the way the kids were sharp.
Yeah.
They look sharp.
Well, I gotta reveal my cards here, right?
Okay.
I heard about this from a senior mom
Okay.
who I work with at my normal gig.
Okay.
And she was just telling me, she was showing me the videos of them practicing. She said they have practiced every once a week for like several weeks, and all of the players had showed up. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. We got to get down there and get some footage of this.
Well, it was great. It was great. We'll see some of it at halftime. Richardson. Well, he's got lots of moves. Feet bouncing around. Cage Carter in the game. Corlin McKinney also there. Jordan Doby. The thing I like about this Wampus Cat team as much as anything is the fact that, especially defensively, we haven't had to see the other safeties much. We've seen Will Kennedy and Roman Aaron pretty much be out there for every snap this year. But the front seven, there's been solid backups at each of those places to spell these guys for a little bit if they've needed it. And in the case of some injuries, with Kane Aaron being out, Logan White being hurt, B.J. Jones, who was really starting to come into his own when he got hurt, guys have been able to step right into those roles. And so that's been something that's been quite a bit of a luxury for this team this year. Matt Lloyd makes a stop. He's one of the defensive players that comes in there. Tanner Barrett had a chance to carry the football, and it's going to be second down.
I mean, this is a defense that they've given up some yards throughout the season, but they've had that ability to get turnovers. And we saw it last week, down at their own 5-yard line, getting a big interception and taking it all the way back for 6. But when you've got Michael George in your backfield, these offenses, there's a lot of pressure on them because they almost have to get some points nearly every possession, because they don't get as many possessions against Conway as they normally would, because the game's just so much shorter the way Conway's been running the ball.
Fusilier on the stop, Cage Carter. Corlin McKinney there also. 4 minutes to play in the first half. They're down in 4. Is that money down for the defense? Play clock inside 10. Inside 5. They'll run out of it. Holloway to the 31-yard line. McKinney. Walter. Fusilier. Matt Lloyd all coming off the pile. 4th down and 2. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. We are in the first half. Cats are on top big, 21-3. And it will be a punt. Jacob Howard is their punter. Will Kennedy, Jackson Freeman are deep to receive the punt.
And they're going to have a good amount of time on the clock left to try and get another score before the end of the half.
Well, they've scored 28 in the first half the past 2 weeks. I'll have a chance here to do the same. Jackson Freeman fields it at the 32-yard line. Freeman brought down at the 47. And it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. Jeb Sullivan on the stop for the Little Rock Central Tigers. 2:50 to play in the first half.
Yeah, 2:50, and that's plenty of time to go to that ground game.
All 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. 2 weeks ago, the Cats were leading Cabot 28-0 at halftime. Last week it was 28-7 as Fort Smith Northside scored late to get those 7 points on the board. Leading 21-3 now. Rhea, pass complete to Nick Richmond. Nick is into the secondary. Down to the 37-yard line, and the clock will stop. It's a Conway Regional Health System first down.
I love it. Love the play here. I love anytime we give Rhea a chance to get in play action, even when he's under pressure like that. And then they drag Richmond from the left side of the field across and get him the ball in space. He's going to win that matchup anytime.
3 wideouts for Rhea. Chris Anderson. Chris brought down at the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Antonio Brown. He had a big game a week ago. 122 yards in receptions now for this year, including his first touchdown, which happened a week ago. Second down and 3. Rhea looking for Michael George. Andrew Rhea to Michael George. Only the 4th catch of the year for Michael George and the first touchdown reception for George. His 19th touchdown on the season. The Cats are up 27-3.
Yeah, perfectly designed play here as they run play action, and George runs that wheel route out on the left and gets behind the defender, and nice hands from George too.
Right.
Receiving threat now.
And Andrew Rhea with a perfect pass. Offensive line gave him time. Things are clicking for these Cats. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Jordan Wicks to attempt the extra point. 28-3, the Cats lead with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Looking to make your truck stand out from the rest? U.S. Truck offers a variety of accessories to fit your needs. Tonneau covers, camper shells, toolboxes, bed liners, Nerf bars and running boards, trailer hitches, lift kits, and much, much more. We offer top quality products at a fair price with installation available. Oh, and ask about our military and senior discounts. U.S. Truck Accessories, 1335 East Oak Street in Conway. Work hard, play hard.
A 3-touchdown night for Michael George, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. First time this year. He had only caught 3 balls for 5 yards before that reception. Added to those totals. And the Cats are on top, 28-3.
Been a big night for this Conway offense. 268 yards total offense, 210 on the ground, 58 passing, and most of it coming on that last possession, those passing yards.
Jordan Wicks to kick off.
Rhea, another great night for him, completion percentage-wise, 4 or 5 tonight, 58 yards and a score.
Wicks, that ball is live. Pennington picks it up. And he will be dropped at the 16-yard line. It's 28-3. Cats have got all 3 timeouts. See if they use them on defense if they need them to try and get the ball back and score again.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time. If this defense can get 3 and out, they might be able to put more on the board.
First down and 10, Tigers.
3 down linemen for the Cats. Here they come. Here they come. Zach Friedel. 3rd sack on the year for the senior defensive end. They will not use the timeout here.
Showing off that closing speed.
Absolutely.
I like
Good
it.
to see.
Howard coming up a little lame on that play too.
Little surprised they're not using the timeouts here?
I think after that big loss, I think they're just going to try and eliminate, any more damage here in this first half.
No, I mean for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
After this play. Another stop in the backfield. Now they'll call it. Stop the clock with 1:05 to go. So now it'll be 3rd down and long. So the Cats are going to have a chance. They can make a stop here on 3rd down. So timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Mentioned earlier some of the other games that are going on in the 7A Central. We'll get you halftime scores during our Conroe Regional Health System halftime show for you. Bryant is at Cabot. Little Rock Catholic's at Fort Smith Southside. Northside is at North Little Rock. In the West tonight, Rogers Heritage is at Bentonville West. Harbor plays at Fayetteville. Bentonville is at Rogers. And Van Buren is at Springdale. It's interesting what's going on up there. You've got teams like Fayetteville and Springdale Harbor, both 2-2, tied with Rogers, who's also 2-2. And the two Bentonville schools are a perfect 4-0 to this point. Taking a look at some of the other scores, I guess you've got them pulled up here.
Yeah, Southside 27-20 up on Catholic, that in the second quarter. Bryant Cabot still 7-3 Bryant in the second quarter, and then North Little Rock has stormed back. They're now leading 21-7 over Northside.
Bentonville West winning. Fayetteville winning over Harbor by a point.
That's a game right there.
Fayetteville and Harbor, absolutely. Springdale, the Bulldogs of Springdale have fallen on hard times since we saw them in week 1. They're still over 500 at 4-3, but just 1-3 in conference play. All right, on third down, that is going to be a big stop in the backfield. Another tackle for a loss by this Wampus Cat defense. Garrett Fusilier, Matt Lloyd there. 58 seconds to go, and they'll use another timeout. So the Cats are going to get the football back with some good time left and one timeout remaining.
And they've got them pinned so deep that you got to imagine whatever the punt is, Conway's going to have it on their side of the field.
That's right.
So, and the way that passing game was working on the last possession, you're going to have somewhere in the 40-second range probably, in the late 40s. It's going to be plenty of time, depending on the field position, to at least get within field goal range.
Wampus Cats gather around the coaching staff. This is a team that not a lot of people knew what to think of coming in. Obviously last year, the 0-5 start, but turned things around nicely and won some games at the end, got a win in the playoffs. And then with the quarterback question coming in, was it going to be Rhea? Was it Johnson, since he played so well last year and kind of won that job? But boy, they made the call for it to be Rhea, and it's been the right call. He has had a great year and another great night tonight, as you mentioned, just one in completion.
And still have found ways to use Giovanni as well and be very effective running the ball out of the backfield.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all to see them use Giovanni throwing the ball as we get deeper into the season. You know, they love to put wrinkles on, so I would not be surprised to see even more of that. Well, that's a nice punt. A new punter in, Ty Barrett, punted, and it's the best punt of the night. It's a good block by Tez Miller and a good block by Jackson Freeman. There comes the flag. Will Kennedy finally whistled down, taken down at about the 49 or 50-yard line. 38 seconds to go. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it was on the field. Didn't seem like a block in the back, but it was all the way across the field where that flag came out.
And from the reaction of the crowd, and I apologize, we're in a press box, so I can't tell. Is it raining? Something's happening.
Well, I see the dance team is using their signs to cover their heads. So,
and then a lot of people are leaving. I mean, the concession stands are wonderful here. Penalty was against the Wampus Cats. Sorry, easily distracted. Squirrel. It was. All right, now we got 38 seconds. First down and 10. Andrew Rhea with Michael George behind him. They've got to go 65 yards. Rhea to throw. Pressured, and now falls at the 32.
That penalty hurt. It pushed you so far back, it makes it difficult to do anything in that short amount of time.
28-3. They'll hand the ball off to Michael George. Plenty of time for Michael George to do something. Whistled down at the 43-yard line, so he'll add a little bit to his total, and that's going to do it for the first half. We have reached halftime. The Cats are on top 28-3. It is time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Kendrick with Conway Regional Health System. Conway Regional has been an important part of this community since 1938, providing excellent care with skill and compassion. But we're not just a hospital. Let me tell you about some of our fantastic facilities and services. Located off of College Avenue, just a few blocks down from the medical center, Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is equipped to handle a wide variety of problems for patients of all ages. If you need urgent care, and it's after work or on the weekend, The Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is open 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Conway Regional After Hours Clinic, your best option for after-hours care. Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center, over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
With 4 locations in Conway and Greenbrier, some with extended clinic hours, our dedicated team provides therapy services, including physical, speech, and occupational therapy, aquatic therapy, cardiac rehabilitation, sports outreach, and pelvic floor rehabilitation. At Conway Regional, we are committed to providing all of our patients the highest quality of care.
28-3 at halftime of the Homecoming 2017. We have got the Wampus Cats playing great football right now. They're having a fun homecoming. Earlier today, they had a homecoming pep rally. I had a chance to break away from work to go over and get some footage from it. I want to show you some highlights of the pep rally from this morning. Now, I think you'll enjoy this. Enjoy watching some football players and some moms do things that you normally wouldn't see them do. Then we'll have the Wampus Cat Marching Band here on the field for you. Enjoy this. 28-3 is our halftime scores. The Conway Regional Health System halftime show is wrapping up. Our apologies for some technical difficulties that we've had tonight. I guess it's this rain that showed up out of nowhere. I was talking to some people this week about the rain coming Sunday. Didn't know about tonight, but it's some gremlins in the system definitely have caused some issues tonight. So our apologies for actually not being able to show the Wampus Cat Marching Band tonight. That was not our intention, of course. We wanted to show them, but unfortunately technology wins, and sometimes technology loses, and technology lost tonight because we had to do some work behind the scenes. We've got all that done, and so we're ready now for the second half to come up. So our apologies to the band, but you've had a great year, and we're very proud of you and glad that we've been able to show you when we've been able to, and we will, of course, as the season continues on with next week at War Memorial. Then here, senior night, always a huge night for the band. We'll be sure and have that entire performance for you in 2 weeks. So it's 28-3. That's our halftime score. Wampus Cats are on top big, and you got to look at some of the numbers that Stats have put together.
Yeah, 14 points each quarter for this Conway offense. They are outperforming Central 275 yards to 120 yards offensively. 217 on the ground. That breaks out to 147 for Michael George. 20 carries already in the first half and 2 touchdowns. And Brennan Clark, 4 carries, 72 yards and a score. And Andrew Rhea, another solid night for him. Hasn't had to throw the ball a whole lot, but has been very sharp when he has 4 or 5 for 58 yards. And then that perfectly thrown wheel route on the left side to Michael George. Michael George playing receiver as well tonight.
Great.
As the ball's been spread around. George has a reception, 30 yards, a touchdown. Richmond 1 for 15. And then Chris Anderson and Johnson each with oh, that's not Johnson. That's Will McKenna, each with a reception tonight. And it's just been an all-around great performance from this offense, and this defense has played well tonight on third downs. Let's see, they've given up one of 6 to Central.
Pretty good.
So they've been money on money on third downs, and other than that field goal, just not much to talk about for Central in terms of big plays.
28-3 again is our halftime score. Looking at some of the other scores from around the 7A Central, 7A West into Week 8 of the regular season. Tonight, in addition to our game, Bryant is at Cabot, and the score update there is 10-3. Bryant has the lead. Not a big surprise. The thing about Cabot is they can shorten games, so it's a 7-point game right now. We're in a kind of a weird position where if Bryant loses tonight, you really want them to lose next week. If there's a tie situation between us and North Little Rock and Bryant, we may be the odd man out. So
right.
It's just kind of, you're still in a weird spot. You want to keep winning your games, but who are you rooting for? You actually might kind of be rooting for Bryant in that game to going into next week against North Little Rock. So anyway, it'll all shake itself out, but still kind of a weird spot. Southside and Little Rock Catholic, what a game. Southside, they can score. Halftime score there. Halftime score, 39-26. Southside leading Catholic, who we will play next week. And North Little Rock and Northside, halftime there. The Charging Wildcats on top comfortably, 28-13.
Yeah, I keep thinking about this Bryant situation because we really don't know until after next week.
That's right.
Bryant and North Little Rock still have to play. There's a lot of different scenarios, but basically the way it's looking to play out, Bryant without their starting quarterback, the offense definitely has taken a hit. They've only put up 10 points in the first half at Cabot. If they lose to North Little Rock, we're basically playing for the 2 seed between the two of us.
And that's definitely the way that things have gone to this point. If you figured if North Little Rock ran the table, they'll be the 1 seed. And then if we were to continue winning, which we have, and Bryant won every game except for North Little Rock, then it would be down to us. The head-to-head would be the number 2 seed. And the difference in that, again, and it is worth mentioning, the 1 and the 2 seed play at home in Week 2 of the state playoffs.
Get a bye.
You get a bye in Week 1. Otherwise, you are at home in Week 1 against a lower-seeded team from the West, but then a win there sends you to a top-seeded team from the West in Week 2. And so it's a huge difference in that, it's not only the bye week, but the matchups that come out of that. And so there's a lot to play for, obviously, but you've got a team in these Wampus Cats who are going to do some good in the playoffs. And to get themselves the best possible path, that's what you're looking for.
Well, and just think about the way this offense is built. It's built around the ground game and a strong offensive line. Think about what a week off could do for that offensive line. Get them some rest, get their legs back underneath them, and for Michael George as well. It's that number 2 seed is gonna be highly coveted in Week 10.
Fumble on the kickoff. Oh, he got folded up. Ball was still loose.
Wow, he took a
brutal
hit. Not sure how Central came back up with that, but the rain showing up tonight here at the start of the second half.
So remember the last defensive possession for Central, they got pushed back, or last defensive possession for the Wampus Cats. We'll see what happens here. Crunk crew doing their thing over in front of the student section. That volunteer group of students that are in the band. The rest of the band takes the third quarter off. They do such a fantastic job throughout the game. Howard. Boy, big tackle made on the edge there. Complete to Dejon Brewer. And then a big stop at second down.
Central's really struggled for the most part in the passing game. Haven't been able to get a lot going. Howard 7 of 12 in the first half just for 58 yards. It's been a lot of check downs or short outs, and really they've tried a few times to go downfield, but he hasn't had enough time to set his feet.
Going to be a run. That's Holloway. Nowhere to go. Right down at the 17-yard line. Zach Friedel continuing his big night. You know, the top defensive performer gets an award. They hand out an award to the top defensive performer in the homecoming game each year. So we'll see who that ends up being.
Who hands that out?
I don't know who actually votes for it. That's a really good question. The coaches do, or what the situation is.
So 1 of 6 on third down, Central was in the first half.
Picked off! Jackson Freeman. Following his blockers, he's going to get in. Third week in a row. A pitch six, followed by a pick six, followed by a pick six. Jackson Freeman gets in the end zone for the second time this year, and the Cats are on top big.
Yeah, he reads this ball perfectly, and he just comes up underneath, extends, picks it off, and then really no effort from Central at all to try and stop him.
And that was a different quarterback. Donald Richardson had been in for a couple of plays on that series. Seen him running their version of the Wildcat a little bit, but there, obviously a passing down and looked to throw it, and instead of pick six, Jackson Freeman gets into the end zone. Second time this year. It's 34-3. Wicks. Extra points continue to be good. It's 35-3. Cats are on top with 10:28 to play in the third quarter. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Steve's Auto Center is Central Arkansas's most reliable auto repair and recovery company. Our state-of-the-art facility in Conway is your one-stop shop for everything automotive. With over 80 years combined experience, our certified technicians are known for expert workmanship and attention to every detail. We also provide the area's very best towing and recovery services. We take great pride in our work, and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed.
Come to Steve's Auto Center for all your automotive needs.
35-3 is our score. Wampus Cats up big. Jackson Freeman getting in the end zone.
We've talked about it off and on. The biggest difference between this defense and the defense from a year ago is just that ability to force turnovers and get those takeaways. And then, like you said, the last 3 weeks, not just getting the takeaway, but turning it quickly into 6 points.
35-3. You look at the point total that these Cats have put up this year in their 5 wins, 49-35, 54, 49, 49. Putting a bunch of points on the board. Jordan Wicks puts it into the end zone. Pennington catches it in the blue, and so it comes out 1st and 10 for Little Rock Central.
You know this defense is going to be hungry now, even hungrier. Ready to.
Like who's next?
Yeah. They smell blood.
So we'll see who the quarterback is. It was Howard, of course, in the first half.
Well, you know, he came up limp at the end of towards the end of the first half when he got sacked by Zach Friedel from behind, kind of landed awkwardly. Zach did on his feet.
And so now it is not Howard. It will continue to be Richardson. Holloway gets the carry. Eric Branch, Matt Lloyd, Terrell Grimes, all there on the stop.
Richardson's a receiver. He had 11 receptions last week for 102 yards. Also the backup quarterback, apparently.
And Ty Barrett, also, who we saw earlier, number 2, he's got quarterback listed under his name, as well as Richardson. So those are the 3. There's another quarterback they have on the roster, according to the roster that's on Max Preps, which it's hard to remember how we did our job before Max Preps was a thing.
You just had to rely on the kindness of strangers.
You did. That's all it was. Going to be a penalty called against the Tigers, back them up 5 yards.
I remember one time in college, there was a big basketball tournament at Hendricks, and I was working with Channel 6, and we went and did, must have been 20 games over the course of a weekend.
Right.
And these were all AAU teams, and you're just trying to get rosters at the last second. It was crazy times.
Yeah, that is not fun, especially those multi-game. Fumble on the play. It's going to be recovered by Matt Lloyd. The senior, Matt Lloyd, gets a turnover tonight on homecoming, and the Cats are in business, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Those two seniors both remember this game for a long time. Turnovers, fumble recovery, and an interception. Second half has been all Wampus Cat defense.
Yeah, it's been nice in this Conway offense now. Short field. All they need is 3 points to invoke the sportsmanship rule. So it might be a quick second half for Conway.
Chris Anderson, tight end, set out there to the right. Joe Thomas to the near side. Michael George, the 7A's leading rusher, set up behind Andrew Rhea, and he will get the carry. Pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And then a little extra. Unnecessary roughness from Antonio Brown.
And that's what happens with Michael George, because he's so hard to take down. Before you know it, you want to take him down, right?
Yeah.
You want to get him down, and before you know it, you're out of bounds, finally getting him down.
And then you do something silly. It's going to cost them. Mentioned a couple of times the Cats are on the road next week at War Memorial Stadium against Little Rock Catholic and their spectacular running back, Sammy Johnson. Mentioned a few times tonight, Michael George is the leading running back in 7A. Second leading running back in 7A is Sammy Johnson. Little Rock Catholic going into tonight anyway. So we'll see the two of them on the field next week at War Memorial.
And it was about this point of the season last year. Well, we beat Catholic, but I think it was week 10 when Sammy Johnson had that crazy game.
Yes. All right, so the ball's inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 9. Michael George has found the end zone 3 times tonight already. Handoff. Michael George spins. Taken down at the 8. Stop is made by DJ Ferris.
It's second down and goal, Cats. The ball is at the 7-yard line.
Ball at the 7-yard line, second down. Brennan Clark comes in.
Sorry, seeing a funny sight in the stands. Looks like a student has one of those take-home, fake babies that you have in high school.
Rhino package. They're going to hand the ball off to Will Kennedy. Will tripped up at the 5-yard line. Tackle is made by Jean Sain, and it is going to be 3rd down. 3rd and goal. So twice tonight we've seen him hand the ball off out of the Rhino package. Once to Brendan Clark for a long touchdown run. That time to Will Kennedy, not as much materialized. And Giovanni Johnson gets the call for the first time tonight. 3rd down and 6. Giovanni will fake the handoff and be brought down inside the 5-yard line. The ball came loose. They're going to say that it was loose because of the ground, so it cannot cause a fumble. So 4th down, and you mentioned it, we need 3 to invoke the mercy rule, the sportsmanship rule as it's called officially. And Jordan Wicks will come on to attempt the field goal.
And we haven't had a field goal attempt since what? The famed field goal against Southside?
Against Southside, yeah, that was the last attempt of a field goal by Jordan Wicks. He's 2 of 3 this year. Missed one against Springdale and made one against Springdale. And then hit the one against Southside and one here. 22-yard field goal attempt. Jordan's got plenty of leg, and that's going to do it. The Cats are on top by 35. The sportsmanship rule will get kicked into place, and we'll have a pretty quick second half. 38-3, the Wampus Cats lead big. Homecoming 2017. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center. Over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
Jordan Wicks to kick off for the Wampus Cats, leading 38-3. And it is a successful homecoming, and there's a little bit of rain, rained on some parades, but other than that.
More rain coming in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
According to the Weather Channel app on my phone. But yeah, no, perfect homecoming game here. And especially now that you've invoked the sportsmanship rule. Gonna give a lot of people opportunity to rest up, and
kick goes right through the legs of the kick returner and goes into the end zone. Ty Barrett lets it go through, and Central will have it 1st and 10. 7:31 to go, and they will start the clock and keep it going.
The halftime adjustments not going so well for Central.
No, it doesn't seem to. This is a good Conway football team, though, y'all, and we watch them play, and we always root for them, and we're kind of keeping things, watch things through Wampus Cat colored glasses, but you just continue to watch this football team and watch how they grow and watch how they support one another and pick each other up. And, the teams that we've lost to this year, Springdale, if we get matched up against them again, I like our chances.
I every time that Springdale game comes up, I just get so upset because, gosh, we should not have lost.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. If we get a chance to get that one back, I believe we can. And there's nothing that I saw from North Little Rock that if we have our best, we can play with them. And we've proven we can play with the best in the state by going to Bentonville and winning. So this is a good team, really good team.
That North Little Rock game was so frustrating because we moved the ball really well between the 30s, but then we were like 17% on 3rd down, and it just killed drives repeatedly. But I'm with you. There was nothing I saw from that North Little Rock team that would intimidate me if we had to see them again.
Parker Prock in the game. Also, Logan White in the game.
All right, Logan White sighting.
Good to see Logan White back in. Hasn't played since Jonesboro, right? Week 2.
Yep. Had a leg injury, and luckily it wasn't so severe that he, was out for the season. Gets to come back and finish out his senior campaign.
Be good for him to get some snaps here at this point in the game when things are obviously under control. Richardson to throw. Catch is made. Going up high to make the reception was Lawson Gunn. Who was that going for the pick? Somebody went up high.
Darius Washington.
Darius Washington.
He was so close, too.
Looking for his 2nd pick of the year. I think if he pulls that one down, he goes the distance. Cats up 38-3. Clock will run here in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
I got to tell a story about Coach Register.
Oh, it's good to register, yeah.
Yeah, back in 2008, I was still in college. Nice hit there from
Darius Washington, yeah.
Still in college, got involved with a little publication that was just starting up, a little 501 Life. You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make a football issue. And somehow I got involved. I don't really recall how, but basically I ended up writing 95% of the issue.
Yeah.
And back then we covered the Little Rock schools too, which we don't really as much now. But I remember I met a lot of coaches that summer, just calling people I'd never talked to before and trying to get these stories written. And Coach Register, he was so nice. I mean, he was one of the nicest coaches I ever talked to, really, on the phone. He was very helpful.
Matt Lena steps up and makes the stop there, number 48. Yeah, everything I've heard about Coach Register, just complete class, and been a lot of places, Catholic, El Dorado, back at Central now, and
I want to say
had a lot of success too.
I want to say then that he may have been at Catholic. I can't really recall.
I forget the window.
Almost a decade.
Yeah, that might have been Catholic because I think he was at El Dorado for a few years. Richardson pressured, will pull it down. Parker Prock trying to get to him, pushes him out of bounds, along with Darius Washington. Good to see some other guys out there. DJ Fuller getting a chance to play now. Cage Carter, Eric Branch, Corlin McKinney. Ricky Fuller getting some time at safety. As Will Kennedy's in an odd spot. He's on the sideline.
Yeah, that probably feels weird.
Cole Hoover the other safety on the field right now for the Cats.
Somebody might want to go check on Will, make sure he's okay.
Keep him focused.
Yeah. Can't go on the field, Will. It's over.
Richardson's pass is incomplete at the feet of the intended receiver. It was 4th down there, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. They'll have the football at midfield. So we saw a lot of the second group out there defensively. We'll see what we find offensively
here.
A
few weeks ago against Cabot, we still had Rhea in late in the game. Expect maybe we'll see a different quarterback in now.
And we are. It's going to be Nick McEwen. Nick McEwen, who is the holder for the Wampus Cats, is going to get some snaps here at quarterback. He will turn and hand off to Brennan Clark. Brennan to the 48-yard line.
Brennan, you know, he might mess around and get a 100-yard game himself here in the second half.
Some of the other Cats on the field now. Robert Scott, big number 50, is next to Zoel Vences. Damian Lopez is out there. Also see Adrian Bright. Nick McEwen, the quarterback. Hand off to Clark. Brennan, nice job on the right side. Hayes Denton is also in the game. Slade Smith is in at tight end. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Final numbers for Michael George: 22 carries, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Then he had the 30-yard touchdown reception as well.
So a 7th consecutive game over 100 yards. Leading rusher in the state in 7A. Expect that he'll hold on to that going into week number 9 next week at Little Rock Catholic. Clark. Not going to get a lot there. Tackle was made by Quentin Anderson. So it will be 4th down. Third quarter from Cabot. Bryant has extended their lead out to 17-3. North Little Rock North Side game, 28-13. Still a halftime score there. Same with Southside and Catholic. 39 points in the first half. Of course, Southside would do that. They can score in bunches. 4th down play. Brennan Clark will get the carry and get to the 35-yard line, and that's enough to move the chains. Dantes Hammonds is in the game, number 1. Also Jared Hoover, number 11, is in.
Clark's at 87 yards now on 8 carries. So he might get to that century mark too tonight.
Clay Prince is in the game, number 26, in the slot there to the right. It's good to see this. Big homecoming win and a chance for some kids to get on the ground on a Friday night and know that they played in a high school football game, and so many of them work so hard and practice and practice and practice, and they might play in some of the other games throughout the week, but to be on the field on Friday night is what this is all about. And good to see some kids getting a chance to do that, because these Wampus Cats have absolutely controlled another football game. We're through 3 quarters of play. The 4th quarter is coming up next. Cats are on top 38-3. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Since 1902, Auto Insurance has been protecting what's important to you, featuring Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners is ranked among the Fortune 500 14 years in a row.
We were victims of the tornadoes of both 2011 and 2014. Our auto insurance agents worked really hard to make sure we were fully compensated for our losses.
You ought to call us today. That's Auto Insurance in downtown Conway.
Looking to make your truck stand out from the rest? U.S. Truck offers a variety of accessories to fit your needs. Tonneau covers, camper shells, toolboxes, bed liners, Nerf bars and running boards, trailer hitches, lift kits, and much, much more. We offer top quality products at a fair price with installation available. Oh, and ask about our military and senior discounts. U.S. Truck Accessories, 1335 East Oak Street in Conway. Work hard, play hard.
Fourth quarter coming up. Cats are on top 38-3. Another big night for the Wampus Cats as they're going to improve to 6-2 overall, 4-1 in conference play, and they'll do that in about 12 minutes.
Mentioned the final numbers for George: 22 carries, 150 yards, 2 scores, and Clark, that last carry to end the third quarter, now over 100 yards himself, 9 carries, 103, and 1. It looks like we got a new back.
That'll be Kerry McLean. Kerry follows that left side of the line of scrimmage. Robert Scott, Zaul Vences. Nice gain of 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. Kerry McLean has found the end zone a couple of times this year.
I mentioned at the very beginning of the game that Conway's averaging 38 points a game. Well, there you go.
There you go. Moving it forward, that average. Or more. Kerry McLean knows how to get to the end zone and gets close to the 2-yard line.
Got a question. Is this the 3rd mercy rule game of the season? No, we put the mercy rule on Cabot, but we didn't actually invoke the mercy rule last week at
Right, it never got to that point. So I believe, yeah, 3rd.
So Jonesboro, Cabot, and then again tonight.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, anybody that bought season tickets this year has had a fun time watching these Wampus Cats at home. Kerry McLean into the end zone. Touchdown, his 3rd of the year. The Cats extend the lead to 44-3.
It's nice to have your 3rd running back with 3 touchdowns. It's pretty nice problem to have. I was talking to a coworker today that they came to the Cabot game 2 weeks ago, brought their kids, had a whole thing, and I said, you should come again tonight. I think you'll have another fun game tonight. But it's running in half marathon tomorrow. Is it the
Soaring
Wings?
Yeah, it's happening tomorrow. Yeah, but if you've just been to the home games this year, you've seen the Cats mercy rule or sportsmanship rule. We get Jordan Wick's extra point here, and another one is good. Sportsmanship rule over Jonesboro. An overtime game that was one of the most thrilling games I've ever seen against Southside. A mercy rule over Cabot, and now a mercy rule over Central. So it's been money well spent if you bought these blue seats here this year.
No doubt.
All right, clock stops at 10:45 to play in the fourth quarter rather, as the clock does stop after scores. So 45-3, Cats are on top, 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Zane, did you know that Legacy Fencing was voted as the best of the best in Faulkner County? Of course I did. Everybody knows that. Did you know Legacy Fencing is still the best of the best in Faulkner County?
Of course I do. Everybody knows that. Some things just don't change.
While most things change, Legacy Fencing continues to be the fencing company that the people of Conway trust.
Legacy Fencing. It's fencing for a lifetime.
Short kickoff taken at the 15, but fumbled. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Well, that was a big hit.
Jackson Freeman. He's had a lot of big plays tonight.
He has, yeah, nice game. Jackson Freeman, another of the seniors, a part of the festivities this morning. They will remember and enjoy our homecoming 2017 with the extra point that Jordan Wicks hit a moment ago. The Cats are on top 45-3. Scored 49 a week ago, 49 a week before that. 45 points for Conway tonight over Central. Handoff and not much going on. Going backwards, wow. Ricky Fuller, Matt Lena. These guys are flying around and hitting hard, taking advantage of being on the football field. Dustin Van Genes checking in, number 37. Chance that I'm not saying his name right. VANGSNES, if it's correct on my roster. Could be something much different.
Second down, 11.
And we may have a Biscuit sighting.
Yes.
Thomas Robertson, Biscuit, the third string center, is on the sideline taking some snaps. Snapping the ball to LJ Hansberry.
Some good looking snaps too.
Everybody loves Biscuit. Well, if he gets in, we will make sure that you know. Cage Carter. Cade Seipert. Eric Branch. These cats are deep in a lot of places. 9 minutes, the clock runs. You're in the fourth quarter. Richardson pressured. Now we'll throw deep. Incomplete. Logan White. Was good to see Logan White put some pressure on the quarterback. There's a flag on the field. It is going to be pass interference. Pass intended for Brewer.
Oh, they did call that? I didn't see a flag at first. I thought he might have got away with it.
Yeah, the official at the back didn't throw it.
I think I mentioned on the home broadcast Cabot that I met Biscuit.
Yes.
He works at Tacos for Life.
Yes.
And he was just so nice to me. You know, he just came up. You're Levi Gilbert, right? Yeah, that's me. Like, you do the Conway broadcast with Jeff. Yeah, I do. It was really nice to me and my son. We were getting some tacos.
I love it. 1st and 10. That'll be 2nd down upcoming. Sir Colin Norman is in the game. Cole Hoover makes the stop. Coming up on the 8-minute mark left. Cats up big. Richardson pressured. He will be brought down. Stop made by Brandon Givens. 5'10", 171-pound junior linebacker. Makes the stop, and it's 3rd down.
Givens, Stephen Henderson made the tackle. 3rd down, 6 after 45.
Bryson Allen is in the game. Joaquin Correa in the game. Coach Ashcraft able to go deep into the roster. Richardson, quick throw. It's a nice catch. Jean Brewer out of bounds at the 50-yard line, pushed out of bounds by Ricky Fuller.
You know it's a good game when you get to say a lot of new names.
Yes, when you're going deep, when you go well past your 2 deep that you prepared.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's guys that we have whose names we have not said this year.
I was trying to point these names out for you, but I didn't know if you'd already said them or not, or if they'd already been in.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Going
It's hard to catch
tonight.
all of them. Juan Rivas is in the game. A 5'9", 148-pound senior cornerback. Number 22. That's Holloway. And Rivas will get credit for the tackle. Good to see that.
Gets in.
Numbers 89 and 90. Stephen Henderson and Dallas McAllister both get to come in.
I think Rivas heard you. Heard you say his name, and he goes in and makes a play.
We're about to make a play. Six minutes to go. Holloway slowed down. Brandon Givens and others there to make the stop. Cade Seipert had the first hit.
Need this Conway defense to get a stop so we can get Biscuit in.
I mentioned earlier about the award that's presented to the best defensive player in the homecoming game. It's the outstanding defensive player. It's called the Kelly Dunlap Award, and they've given it out since 1980. And it goes to the best defensive performance by a senior in the homecoming game. Winners in the past included Carlton Hood, Tavius Ellis, Colin Condit, Jackson Smith, Austin Morgan, Reed Blaylock, Hunter Moix. Some of the names you remember from the past. And there will be a winner of the Kelly Dunlap Award this year. I'm not sure who I would vote for.
I'd probably go Jackson Freeman.
I would go. Yeah, that's true. I was going to say Jackson or Zach Friedel, but it might have to be Jackson Freeman after
I think
the performance.
so. You know, he got the pick and then put points on the board.
Normant on the stop. Pass was complete to Brewer. Under 5 minutes to go. Cats up 45-3.
Well, we don't know how the vote is placed or who takes it, but if we were voting,
yeah, that's true. That's our opinion. But I should find out who does.
I think we should get a vote. You know?
I would think.
I've always wanted to be one of those broadcasters that has a special vote, you know?
I get to vote. Probably should talk more about the game right now. I was going to tell you a story that has nothing to do with Conway football right now. Bryson Allen on the stop. Joaquin Correa back in. I will tell you the story quickly. At the UCA homecoming games, because I did the public address announcing, I do get a vote in the outstanding thing. So I get a vote.
They have an outstanding defensive player.
Well, homecoming, yeah.
Okay.
Situation there. So that'll be next week, by the way, their homecoming. Hopefully it can be as successful as this one has been tonight, because this one has been pretty well perfect. Tackle is made. It's Reed Hughes. It's a name that we call a lot. 5'11", 174-pound sophomore. Playing some linebacker, but we've seen him do the deep snapping, taking over for Jack Pillow. Jack handled the deep snapping for the last couple of seasons, and as a sophomore, Reed has been fantastic this year handling those duties.
Revis back in on the left side.
Logan White and Matt Lena on the stop. Mosby on the carry. Well, we need to mention more of how important it is to see 44 on the field.
Yeah.
Because Logan White was the starting inside linebacker for this team coming out of camp, and he should have been. And then was injured against Jonesboro and is now able to finally play again and get back into the routine. His presence on the field moving forward, next week against Catholic, in 2 weeks against Bryant, and then beyond, will help this team tremendously.
And he's been cleared. I know he was cleared at least last week. So it's good to find ways to get him on the field.
And he's getting some action tonight. Got another hit there. Riley Morales also steps up and helps out with the tackle. Matt Lena was there. And you're right, we need this defense to make a stop as Biscuit Watch continues. 2.5 to play. Rain starting to fall again.
Told you it was coming.
You did. You mentioned it on your app. Logan White again. Mosby on the carry. Dallas McAllister also helped out on the stop. Coming up on the 2-minute mark, all that's left. Cats up 45-3. And if you look at the statewide rankings, we mentioned that Conway's number 6 in all of those polls. North Little Rock and Bryant are ranked 1, 2, or 1 and 3 in the other polls. So a lot of respect given to the Central this year. Richardson will fire into the end zone, and it will be picked off. Intercepted by Cole Hoover. Cole Hoover. He was about to have a homecoming he was never going to forget. He might anyway. Fantastic. Biscuit Watch 2017 can thank Cole Hoover for becoming a reality.
No doubt. A great play by the secondary not to give up. It was a long extended play, and you thought he might have taken a knee, but no, he's like, I want to take this home.
Tyree Ross putting some pressure on the quarterback, and Biscuit is in the game. Thomas Robertson, the third string center for the Wampus Cats, number 77, will snap the ball to Nick McEwen. Minute and a half to go, and homecoming 2017, looking for somebody to hit. Good job by number 77. If you don't know Thomas's story, he's a great kid. I heard him speak at an assembly before the school year began, and he talked about how his parents are in food service industry and how he wants to go to culinary school, and he's going to do that. And he's just a neat kid. Like he's mentioned, he works at Tacos for Life and is a part of this football program. Great family, and this is a pretty cool moment for him as Thomas Robertson on the field for the Wampus Cats. Snapping the ball to Nick McEwen, who hands it off. Nick Tufu in there as well. Good to see Nick. Eric Lee is in the game. Luke Bailey on the carry. Correction, I don't know if I said it was McLean or not, but it was Luke Bailey, who I know they're really excited about Luke Bailey in the future. 20 seconds to go. This will be the final snap, and the Cats are going to win Homecoming 2017 in convincing fashion. Look at that bruising run. Jabrian Earl on the carry, and that's going to do it. The Wampus Cats win. They improved to 6-2 overall, 4-1 in conference play, and score 45 tonight. 45-3, the final score. We'll take 30 seconds to come back and wrap this one up on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hi, I'm Jeff Matthews. Join us live this Friday night for Wampus Cats to Go. Watch the game live on Channel 5 and 585 or online at conwaycorp.com/WC to go. It's Conway and Catholic this Friday night live on Wampus Cats to Go.
Final score tonight, 45-3. The Wampus Cats get the victory, and they improve to 6-2 overall, and they're 4-1 in conference play. Levi, let's take a look at some of the numbers that stand out from you.
Yeah, Conway offense outgaining Central tonight, 353 to 147. Majority of that for Conway coming on the ground. 295 yards rushing tonight. 150 by Michael George, 2 scores. Brennan Clark, 9 carries for 103 yards and a score. Kerry McLean getting some action late. 3 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. And then Jabrian Earl, who we saw there late, yeah. 2 carries for 19 yards. Andrew Rhea didn't have to do much tonight. Really, it all came in that one possession before halftime.
Right.
4 or 5 very efficient 58 yards and a score. That one touchdown, of course, a 30-yard pass to Michael George as he turns receiver. And really good job tonight by this Conway defense. Held Central to 6 of 13 on 3rd down. Some of that, inflated a little bit in the second half. But the interceptions, another pick 6. This defense showing how dangerous they are. And then we get a field goal as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was truly an overall team performance tonight on homecoming.
Final score 45-3 as they celebrate with the band, and they will go over and celebrate with the classy students next. And it is going to be a happy evening for all Wampus Cats. 45-3 again, the final score. Next week at Catholic, we will have the broadcast for you live. Of course, road games are Wampus Cat to Go games. We will have the broadcast for you live from Memorial Stadium. 6:50 airtime and kickoff at 7 o'clock, and then back home in 2 weeks. Make your plans. Get here early. Make a lot of noise. Conway and Bryant in 2 weeks. Something is going to be up for grabs that night. We don't know what. The likelihood is it'll be for the number 2 seed in the 7A Central. We need you here. These kids need you here, and it's going to be a fun night in 2 weeks here at John McConnell Stadium. For our entire Channel 5 crew, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time with Conway Wampus Cat Football.